confinement instead of mental health care. How do we know that this is systemic? We have documented dozens of credible cases of medical neglect and deaths already in the U.S. immigration detention, with patterns of delayed care, inadequate treatment, and poor conditions. Medical neglect is what happens when people in custody are denied the basic level of care that even international human rights standards and norms and medical ethics require for anyone whose freedom and bodily safety are under state control. I want to share with you now what Patrick Lowe, the son of Mother Rebecca Piñard, a Filipina migrant who was detained for 9 months by ICE before her deportation this January.
Hello, I'm Tia Rebecca's son. For the detention center staff there, they had not given her medicine. And this is medication that is like necessary, not just like would make her feel comfortable. It's stuff that she actually needs, like her kidney medication. And she wasn't provided for, I think, a period of about 2 to 3 months. My mom complained about water smelling funny, that she has to drink and bathe with and stuff. Has tons of people in bunk beds sharing one large space. She's gotten sick from being in all these people sharing the same common area, breathing the same air, and so it's just not a great situation health wise. They did come through and do a health check, but in doing that health check, it really, my mom, and speaking with my mom, following up with her, it really seemed like the way they characterized it was that everything was fine, everything was great, like she's okay, which they weren't. She's been in there 9 months at this point. At various times her health has been not in great shape. She was able to visibly see that the result of not having the medication, that we really try to put pressure through the consulate again, and then also through the prison system and our lawyers, just to get them to give her the medicine that she actually needs to survive. She's not been able to go outside for 9 months and breathe fresh air. For me, it seems like it's like slow torture. It's like they're trying to, as slowly as possible, kill her. Talking with her, she's really despaired. It felt like she's been forgotten about. She's still in there, right? Why? Why is she still in there? Judge ruled against her. That was back in September, and now it's December. And the fact that so many people filed in through the detention center and filed back out, whether they're being deported or they're released, I think it's made her feel really small and insignificant. I haven't really seen her cry like that, out of sheer despair. At this point, whether it's they deport her or ideally to release her, but I don't know if that's even possible, but I just want her out of that detention center. There's no reasonable explanation for why she's still in there. If she's to be deported, then go ahead and deport her, right? At the very least, then she can see the sky, she can go outside, she can breathe fresh air, she can be in the Philippines. We can address some of her needs and medicine and everything else. There's a lot of challenges in the Philippines. So it's not like it's going to be easy once she gets into the Philippines. There's some stuff to deal with there, a set of new processes that we have to figure out for her. We have to figure out where she's going to get her medication. Then, she has to start a whole new life. She hasn't been there in 40 years, and she's a 73-year-old lady, and a lot of the people that she knows have passed away. I'm really just focused on trying to get her out of that detention center. As long as she stays in there, she's not going to do so good.
We will now be saying the names of the humans who have died in ICE custody and detention or by federal agents out in the community in 2025 and 2026. During this time, feel free to light candles and offer flowers to the memorial space. Jenry Ruiz Guyen, Sarawit Gezahen Dejin, Maxim Cherniak, Juan Alexis Tineo Martinez, Brian Garzon Rayo, Non Nok Win, Mary Ange Blaze, Abelardo Avellaneda Delgado, Jesus Molina Vea, Johnny Novieto,
Isidro Perez, Tian Xuan Fan, Xiao Feng Ge, Lorenzo Antonio Batres Vargas, Oscar Rascon Duarte, Santos Banegas Reyes, Ismael Ayala Uribe, Norlin Guzman Fuentes, Miguel Angel Garcia Medina, Huabing Xie,
Leo Cruz Silva, Hassan Ali Mod Saleh, Josue Castro Rivera, Gabriel Garcia Avalos, Kai Yin Wong, Francisco Gaspar Andres, Pete Sumalo Montejo, Shiraz Fatehali Sachwani, Jean Wilson Brutus, Fawad Saeed Abdul Qadir, Delvin Francisco Rodriguez, Nenko Stanev Ganchev,
Keith Porter, Geraldo Lunas Campos, Luis Gustavo Nunez Caceres, Luis Beltran Yanes Cruz, Renee Nicole Good, Parati Law, Victor Manuel Diaz, Eber Sanchez Dominguez, Alex Pretti. At this time, we welcome you to continue to offer flowers, light candles, and we would like to offer a moment of silence in remembrance of these precious lives that have been lost. Thank you. I would like to welcome Dr. Elizabeth Young, descendant of migrants from Japan, China, and Okinawa to the island of Kauai. She describes herself as a doctor for our tiniest neighbors and cares for families that experience the birth of a premature infant.
I will be reading a poem written by a fellow physician, so these words are not my own, but I think we'll all see ourselves in them. For Alex Pretti, from a physician for a nurse. Every physician knows this. We do not save lives alone. We do it arm in arm with nurses. Sorry. With ICU nurses, the one who catch what we miss, who speak up, who stay late, who hold families when the medicine runs out. Alex Pretti was that nurse. He chose to serve his country throughout his life, working in the ICU of the VA, serving veterans, serving those who had already given everything. Standing at bedsides where courage is quiet and exhaustion is constant, where nurses don't get headlines, they get blood on their shoes and families in their arms. Ask any doctor who worked with him and they will tell you. He protected, he taught, he defended women colleagues, he brought coffee for broken interns, he made the ICU more human. This is what great nurses do. They don't just carry out orders, they carry our unit. And then one last time, he served as a nurse outside the hospital. With a camera in his hand and his conscience in front of him, he stepped towards someone being harmed. Not as a threat, not as a protester looking for chaos, but as a healer responding to suffering. The same reflex that defines this profession. His gun was legally holstered, his hands were occupied filming. His instinct was the same as every other ICU knows. See harm, stepped in, protect. As physicians, we talk about teams, about trust, about partnership. Alex was the kind of nurse every doctor hopes to have when things go bad. The one that has your back, the one who has the patient's back, the one who never looks away. We didn't just lose a man, we lost a nurse, a protector, a healer. And the hardest truth of all, he spent his life running towards danger for others, and in the end, that is what killed him. Rest in power, Alex Pretti. Medicine and humanity will feel your absence. I want to take a moment to thank everyone who spoke tonight. I tell the families that I take care of, I never want you to worry alone. I never want you to be afraid alone. And I feel like tonight we're practicing that, so thank you. Okay, I want to add something to the conversation tonight for us to all reflect on. Something that I think is an uncomfortable topic, but one worth having. How do we view those who work for ICE? My immediate reaction is a feeling of betrayal and disdain. And when I have time to step back, I see a system that weaponizes poverty and anti-immigrant sentiment to recruit vulnerable people to carry out unimaginably hateful orders. Orders they will have to be held accountable for regardless of the reason. I will not pretend to tell you how to grieve family members and children and lives torn apart, but I can offer you this. Let us fight back by not having hate that anyone can weaponize. Let us fight back by living as joyfully as possible. Let us fight back by doing what is right to protect families, even when it's hard. And lastly, I offer Renee Good's and Alex Pretti's last words as a starting point for us all. I'm not mad at you, and are you okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. I'd like to call up Arlette, who is a junior undergraduate pre-medical student at the University of Hawaii.
Hi everyone, my name is Arlette Fojas. I am the daughter of migrants from Cavite, Philippines. I grew up in Guam in a community shaped by migration, resilience, and family. I am also an aspiring doctor. Growing up around family members working in healthcare, I witnessed not only what it means to be in healthcare, but what it means to care for people in their most vulnerable moments. To listen, to protect dignity, and to show up when it matters the most. This is what Alex Pretti did that day. For a long time, I've not been someone who speaks out easily. I've often been a bystander, but waking up each day to more horrifying news, I realize that silence is no longer an option. As a future doctor, I am taught that every life has value and that our role is to reduce suffering, not create it. Yet immigration enforcement today does the opposite. It punishes vulnerability and makes people afraid to seek care when they need it the most. My parents came to this country to seek safety, dignity, and opportunity. Yet their story is not unique. It is shared by many families across the world. These families are not disposable, they are the backbone of our communities. Standing here tonight, I choose to use my voice not just as the daughter of migrants, but as part of a generation that believes care must extend beyond hospital walls. This vigil is about remembrance, but it is also about responsibility. As a future doctor, I promise to carry these stories with me, to advocate for my patients, and to practice medicine rooted in compassion and justice. I promise to keep showing up, and I invite you all to make that promise with me. Thank you.
It's me again, RC. I just want to express again our huge, thank you for being here, for spending time with us, health workers. So I'm part of the community of health workers, migrants, and allies who refuse to accept that cages, fear, and death are the price of migration. Our demands are simple and human. First, protection of the dignity and safety of migrants. No one should be abused, neglected, or left to die because of where they were born or what papers they carry. Second demand, viewing our families, communities, and we as health workers have the right to know who is being held, what conditions they are facing, and what is being done to them in our names. Third, we insist that migrants are not criminals. We need community solutions, not detention and deportation. Solutions rooted in housing, healthcare, jobs, language access, and care, not in surveillance, cages, and violence. As health workers and community members, we are not powerless. There are concrete next steps that we can do. And I'm sure these are just reminders to a lot of us. At your workplace, please push for clear policies that limit and challenge ICE presence and activities in your clinic, in your hospitals, and other healthcare facilities. Ask what your institution's policy is. There's no such thing as no intervention or no interference. When social workers and the medical care team mention safe discharge, what does it really mean? It's not discharge back to detention center. Make sure that your institution's policies protect the migrants. Use your professional voice. Write medical testimonies for detained migrants, documenting the physical and psychological harm that is being done to them. The community will listen. These medical testimonies that you write will be supporting documents for their eventual release. We've seen it happen. Me and another doctor here, Dr. Yamada, wrote medical testimonies for 2 migrants in detention. We were able to add our voice to that strong voice that stopped the deportation. Unfortunately, though, a week after, the ICE sneakily bought a ticket for that migrant without even telling the families and the community. And that patient, I know she's gonna need dialysis anytime now. I'm so worried about her. I also want you guys to join us, write letters to to people in detention and their families. We are already doing that. Please join us. Let them know that they're not forgotten. They're still human beings. Let their families know that we care about them even after the detention of their loved ones. I have a favor to ask you all. If you guys can see, this is my most concrete way of telling you about our organization of healthcare workers here in Hawaii. If you can take the time to take a picture, can I include my face? But this is our organization. And we are so happy that you guys supported us today. And I believe this community is only gonna grow stronger. Social Medicine Hawaii, we're the ones that send emails. We just built our Instagram post last night. We don't even know how it works. It took 3 doctors to figure out. But we believe that we can only achieve social justice by joining the community and really standing up for what is right. I think I should end here. Please join us. Again, those concrete steps that I mentioned are the things that we are doing now. Please connect with us if you want to join us. We're just starting, but this oppression and violence against our migrants have been going on, and we feel that this is just gonna get worse until we are able to do something. So thank you so much for showing up today. Thank you so much for being with the migrants. Thank you so much for your defense of life and for the protection of the rights of migrants. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, RC. I have a couple of requests. First of all, we would really appreciate, before the sun goes down, to take a photo as quickly as possible, because we have been informed by security that if we don't move to the sidewalk by 6 p.m., they will be calling HPD. So also wanted to give you all a fair warning. That's what is happening. There's no judgment. If you don't want to stick around, now is the time to do. Anyway, we would love a group photo, no pressure. Also, we're gonna need some help to move towards the sidewalk without obstructing the sidewalk, because we're not done. We still have one more really, really important speaker. Anyway, that's that. So let's organize for a group photo real quick.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. If anybody wants to speak, I'm going live now, but if you know anybody who wants to get in front of the camera,
yeah.
please do. Back up here. I gotta back up. That's good news.
We have a couple minutes if folks could please. We'll do one photo. Alright, if you're gonna be in the photo, hurry. Okay. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's go across. Thank you.
Grab some flowers, signs, candles. We can just ooch over near the sidewalk. Yeah, please don't burn yourself. We're not on the clock.
Over on the side.
Yeah, we're not urgent care.
How'd you hear about it?
From you.
Oh, me?
No, from Avery.
Okay,
This is
good.
Dorian, by the way. This is Julius.
I think we met once. In Hawaii Kai. Yeah. It was a long time ago. Christmas. Also Halloween.
Something. DJ, there's a lot of traffic. You need to stay right by your dad.
Let's get up with girls. That's right. Till all our
Lauren,
Did you want to say anything on the camera? It's live.
actually, I'm an educator. Are you gonna hold it in your hand? Not a professor. Actually, I'm like more off campus. I'm gonna head out.
The guys that act the nicest are usually the baddest guys.
We have one more speaker. Thank you everyone for moving to the sidewalk so quickly. But we have Julius, who's a licensed clinical social worker and a PhD student who was born and raised in the Philippines. Thank you, Julius.
Thank you for having me. I just got here from work, so I apologize for being late.
I just wanted to share a reflection that I wrote up last night as I was kind of thinking about words, my feelings and thoughts, and what I wanted to express to the public. About a month ago, I was on a train to Munich, where I stumbled upon a book titled On Freedom by Timothy Snyder. You might recognize his name from his other book on tyranny. I am also acutely aware that you did not come here to listen to my book report, but I promise there's a connection to be made. But first I want to read an excerpt from his book. The German philosopher Edith Stein put her own body forward during the First World War. A graduate student, she took leave to volunteer as a nurse. When she returned to her dissertation, her time with the wounded guided her argument about empathy. Do we not, she asked, need the mediation of the body to assure ourselves of the existence of another person? The word she used for body was Leib in German. He argues that for freedom to exist, a person must inhabit their living body. If you are starving, exhausted, or living in constant fear, you are reduced to a mere body object. You cannot exercise sovereignty if your physical self is under siege. This physicality is also reflected in the work of Ta-Nehisi Coates, who describes racism as a visceral experience that dislodges brains, blocks airways. Rips muscle, extracts organs, cracks bones, and breaks teeth. In a letter to his son, he is reminded that in America, his body can be destroyed at any moment with little to no legal consequence. Alex Pretti put his body forward. It was pinned down and beaten. 10 bullets in under 5 seconds, his life, his autonomy, his freedom gone. To be truly free, we must not only inhabit our own lived bodies, but recognize the body in others. I mention this because Alex recognized our shared humanity, our collective freedom, our kapwa, in Filipino psychology means our shared self. Without it, freedom ultimately fails. By turning our bodies against our wills, authoritarianism succeeds. But let me remind you that freedom is not a solitary project. Our fight begins and ends with each and every single one of us. For us health workers who constantly put our bodies forward, at work and on the streets, so I will end the same way I started, with a question. Do we not need the mediation of the body to assure ourselves of the existence of another person? Thank you.
Thank you again to everyone for joining us tonight, for everyone who shared their incredibly important and poignant words and wisdom. We'd like to end our time together sharing a song. Actually 2 songs. We'll start by listening to Heavy Foot by Monrovia. If you'd like to sing along, you can look up the lyrics to Heavy Foot by Monrovia on your phones.
Do you hear the sound of a bell? Did you wish your family well? Time ain't the same in the neighborhood. Got the parents all going through hell. Does the guns keep flying off the shelf? Do you see the man on the street just fighting for a meal to tea? You can write him off as a lunatic, but it could have been you or me. If we didn't ever find our feet. Love me now, hold me down, and the government stayed on heavy foot.
then one more
We
song.
won't be silent while our friends are with gun down. You got it, sing. Hey-oh. Hey, we won't be silent while our friends are with gun down. One more time, say. That's right, sing. That's it. Louder. Keep that going. We won't be silent while our friends are gun down. Little faster. We won't be silent while our friends are gun down. That's it. Say. We won't be silent while our friends are. You keep that going. I am a sleeping giant. There is a riot in my bones. We will not be silent. That's right. Till all our friends are home. Sing, sing. I am a sleeping giant. There is a riot in my bones. We will not be silent till all our friends are home. One more time. I am a sleeping giant. There is a riot in my bones. We will not be silent till all our friends are home. I am a sleeping giant. There is a riot in my bones. We will not be silent till all our friends are home. We will not be silent till all our friends are home. Sing, hey-oh. We won't be silent till our friends are gone. Last one. Hey-oh, hey. We won't be silent when our friends are gunned down. That's it. Make some noise for yourselves.
Thank you everyone so much for coming. I hope you all get home safely. Make sure you take good care of yourselves and each other. Stay connected. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.